the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Seattle.
This taken in right around the goal line.
Sheds off the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. To throw is Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career, and he parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Geno now to throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, this will be Dallas.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll sneak it with Smith. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's able to get this gets across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson. His throw incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3.
Draw play to Ford. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
On 1st down, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. We're scoreless after 1.
The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. The handoff to Ford up the middle.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Once more with Ford. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
You can't have a drive go further without scoring than this, but that last yard sometimes can be the toughest. This is 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll fake it. Now Smith.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to...
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. To the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD.
Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
Here's Watson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. It's complete, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation that their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it, because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And Lockett going to pick up the Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line. Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards for number 11. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Again, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith.
And it'll find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
3rd down and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try for the first with Walker.
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The RPO, he completes it. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And he's got it. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end. And they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone.
I was offsides.
The goal was a score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Nifty move. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Geno on 1st down. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and a couple. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. From the red zone now, Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They run with Ford. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. From the 50, it's Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. And now they're in the hurry-up. Up the middle. It's Chubb. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watson on the move to his left. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Chubb. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets all the way down to the 40-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They're going right back to Walker. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To the right side, this is Walker. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Smith keeps it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw, Smith. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal of 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Myers now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And trouble trying to mill here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Watson now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Smith. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now it's Smith.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
A quick throw out to Lockett.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Smith now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's gonna
He's
make
so
it 4th
fired.
down.
What an idiot.
2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Smith.
That is caught. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to the 16, Tyler Lockett. 1st and goal at the 1-yard
Walker.
line.
It's a loss of 2.
That fat motherfucker, what was he doing?
3 tight ends in that formation, that's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now Smith.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown.
Noah Fant from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
That works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. Pushing his way through. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And quickly they get to the line. And again it's Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Browns 1st down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. quickly here. Time ticking away. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd down and 6 now. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here.
Hey, we go, Salon! Middle! Hey, trio left! Indy! Tuesday! 13 X. Daytona! Hey, we go, Salon!
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
I see you over there.
It was a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the 2nd half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the 4th quarter. That ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them during the game? It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.